Good morning, everybody. This is Jill Hart. Today we're going to look at figuring out our Pinterest analytics in order to figure out how to drive more traffic to our websites. The website that we're going to look at is my Etsy shop and my Etsy pattern domain that goes with my Etsy shop. And probably one of the few advantages of having a pattern store is that you can just, whenever you list something on Etsy, it automatically can be posted to your pattern store. And your pattern store has a domain name, so you can get the little shop tab at the top of your boards that offer the ability for people to shop on Pinterest for your stuff. So with that in mind, I also need to tell you that my Pinterest account that's tied to my Etsy store, the Vintage Patent Designs, was started on May 11th or 14th. So it's a really new Pinterest account, and today is August 11th, just to give you the time frame that we're working in, because these numbers are not going to be really significant, I'm warning you, on as far as Google Analytics goes and my Etsy stats. So with that in mind, let's go look at what we got going on here. All right, so this is my analytics for my Pinterest account for Vintage Patent Designs. Here, I will show you when this account started. May 13th, it's right in between the two. So this is where I started it, and this is where we are now, August 11th. Well, it's only given stats up to August 9th. The thing that there's all of these items that you can look at, and while everybody gets all googly-eyed over impressions, which just means that it's the number of times that your pin showed up someplace, offering the opportunity for someone to look at it, which is really, I don't know, it's a nebulous number. The thing that I'm more interested in are engagements and see, we're getting better engagements, and it'll come down here. Well, we'll get to that in a second. And then you've got close-ups, which means that somebody clicked on it and looked at it more closely. So it opened up on their screen as just one pin. And then we've got link clicks. This is really honestly the only thing I care about is link clicks. There have been 1,101 link clicks on pins. And I don't think this is just like the pins that I pin from my account. So this is anything that I've pinned to Pinterest. If I've pinned it to Pinterest and somebody clicks on that link, it doesn't matter who it's going to, it shows up here in the link clicks. Okay, so let's go over here to Google Analytics, and this analytics account is hooked to my pattern store, and then we'll look at the Etsy stats to my pattern store. I'm just going to show you these two things really fast because I think that people sometimes get confused about what a pattern store is. See, this is my Vintage Patent Designs pattern store. You see, it's just Etsy, but it's considered different. It also has a blog that can be attached to it, which helps a little bit because you'll see some of these pins go to actual blog posts that I've made. And then my Etsy shop, This is my Etsy shop. See, got Etsy right there. Okay, so now we understand what we're talking about. Go back over here. We're going to go to Google Analytics. You need to set up your website, and this is mostly about the website, not necessarily the Etsy shop, even though on this account I do pin to both my Etsy shop and my domain. If you pin to your domain, you get a little shop tab. I'm going to come over here and show you the little shop tab. Move that down. You have to claim it. You have to claim your website, and you have to claim your Etsy shop in order to get these things here. Words. See this little tab here? It says shop. So people can come over here and click that tab, and they're able to shop for items. Not all of these items in my shop are my listings, but they are all things that I have pinned. Does that make sense? Okay, so back over here to analytics. Once you get into your analytics account, you go to analytics.google.com, and after you set your analytics up, and you have to let it percolate for a while in order to have, you know, data to look at. But then you go down to acquisition, and then referrals, and then you click on Pinterest, and then you can look at the pins that drive the most traffic to your site. So according to Pinterest, or to Google, I've got 134 users that have clicked on one of my pins in order to go to someplace off of Pinterest. Okay, so we're going to click on this to see which pin is driving the most traffic. And apparently it is this do-it-yourself coffee gift basket 3 ways. I wrote this, this is a blog post, and I wrote this last year, before, I think it was before the holidays last year, this blog post. So as you can see, it's done really well. It's got 3,500 impressions, almost, 2 saves, and 42 clicks. These 2 saves, honestly, are probably me. And then, so it tells me that I need to make more of this kind of pin, because this got a lot of traction. It's an older pin, so got to take that into consideration also. The second one is also the same. This one pin is responsible for a significant portion of the clicks to that website, like 94 clicks. 94 out of 134 clicks go to that pin. The next pin is much further down, and it's still the same pin. So apparently people are clicking on this pin. Oh, okay, and then we get into historical prints. So somebody, it's not saying that somebody clicked on this, but that would be the next driver. And this is a patent prints. This is actually a video pin that says it had 1 click also. Okay, so as you can see with this, you can kind of get an idea what kinds of pins are getting traction on your Pinterest account. So it gives you an idea of where to go, what your customers are looking for. I can tell you honestly, these pins I pinned on a different Pinterest account, so they're not actually coming from this Pinterest account. These pins would have been pinned on my Dave and Jilly Pinterest account, which is huge, and I've had it for a million years, and I have lots of different boards, and it's really more a personal account than anything else. And I use it to curate like from all of my websites and different things that I'm interested in. It really is more of a personal account. But I've found that it works to my advantage to have that account and keep it, because while a more laser focused account for like an Etsy shop can over time bring you more focused buyers. Like I'll show you, I'm gonna go back here to all accounts, and we're gonna go look at, I have a Heart Nana website. And I get a lot of traffic from Pinterest. In fact, the majority of the traffic I get from Heart Nana is from Pinterest. See, and this is probably a bread or, okay, yeah. This is my most popular pin. It's for how to make bread. And I get literally hundreds of people click on Pinterest to come to my Heart Nana website. It's all about country living and homesteading and stuff. But so you can see the power of this versus trying to get found in Google. I'm just mostly trying to show you how to find the statistics and how to find which pins are getting looked at. So let's go over here to our, onto our Etsy stats. And you can see with Etsy that I've got, so you go to stats, and then you go, let's just go back to stats. I'm gonna show you how to get here. This is another thing that drives me crazy. Never mind this 18,000. I was doing something in May that drove a lot of traffic, but it was from Facebook. We're gonna go to Pinterest. And I'm gonna go to my pattern store, because that's the pattern domain is the one that I send most of my Pinterest traffic to. And this shows you the listings that are being seen, and then it breaks it down. So it comes out to 144 when you add all these numbers up. So I've got 144 visits from Pinterest from May to August. And that's just on a brand new Pinterest account for this domain. Okay, so we've covered how to find your analytics and what to do with them. Let's go back over here to Pinterest again. We're going to go to the overview, and we're going to go down here to top pins, and we're going to look for link clicks. Okay, this is the first one that's my pin. So I've pinned these other pins. No, that's not mine. But this is the first one that's really gotten traction. And this one is also mine. And this one is mine. And this one is mine. So I'm not getting a lot of clicks on my own stuff. I'm getting a lot of clicks on other people's stuff. This is the most popular one. It's for a tan sofa, and I'm pretty sure it probably came from Man Cave Decor. I mostly sell artwork, wall art. digital and printable, and it can be pre-printed, and you can just order it already printed. So there you have it. It's just kind of like a quick overview of what's going on with your boards. You can see that here. It tells you your impressions, your close-ups, your saves, your engagement, and your link clicks. This is for the whole board. Just looking at these statistics kind of tells me that I need to work on man cave, animal art, and printable man cave art. Get the most link clicks. So I need to focus my efforts probably in that direction as far as making pins, because people are, my followers are interacting, and people that see these are interacting with those pins more frequently than any of the other things that I've got going on. So for me, I'm going to focus on these three areas when I put up stuff in my shop and when I'm making pins, and then I'll come back and look at this in another month or so and see if the statistics are changing, and to kind of keep track of what's getting traction on Pinterest and go from there. But hopefully you've seen that where to find the analytics data, and I'm sure there are people that are way more anal about analytics and tracking statistics than I am, because honestly, it's not my strong suit. But I did want you to know where to find the information. And if you're like a spreadsheet guru and you're just really into crunching numbers, I'm sure that all of this information will help you tremendously. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.